We're at Harbor Center. Prospects Challenge going to begin this afternoon as the Pens will take on the Bruins at 3:30. And then the Sabres take the ice tonight at 7 o'clock against the New Jersey Devils, of course, featuring #1 overall draft pick Jack Hughes. But the Sabres are focused on themselves, as we are as well, with Victor Olofsson joining us here on the Instigators. Number 68. That seems to be the biggest talking point about Victor Olofsson this offseason. What precipitated that?
Honestly, I kind of like the look of it. Willie, the equipment manager for the Sabres, he asked me if I wanted to change number, and that was for some reason that was the kind of the first number that popped up in my head. And then I asked one of my best friends if he had any ideas of number, and actually the first number he said was 68. And my dad is born 1968 too, so it's yeah.
But it has nothing to do with the greatest 68 in NHL history in Jaromir Jagr.
I mean, he's.
We're gonna know if he gives him one of these after he scores. Come on,
please do that tonight. That would be.
I'm probably not gonna do that. But obviously he's one of the greatest players that's ever played a game. So I really like him a lot too.
What number does your brother wear over in Sweden?
92.
92. Okay. And is he back with Färjestad this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. He had a great year last year, huh?
He had a really good year. Yeah.
Yeah. So nice off season for the two of you to be able to feel like you are progressing the way.
How old is he?
He's a couple years older, right?
Yeah, he's born 92.
Okay.
So he's 3 years older than me.
Comes naturally to the family. The
I
goal
was drafted in 92. That's how old I am right now.
What would the two? Do you guys typically train together, or do you have a larger group that you're a part of over there?
We don't, because back in Sweden you usually work out with your own team. So he spent most of the his time down in Karlstad, where Färjestad is. So he was only home for about 2 weeks. So we train a couple times, but we don't get to spend that much time together.
So how did you spend the rest of your summer then?
In my hometown, Örnsköldsvik. I had a really good summer. Felt like I became a little bit stronger, faster, which I wanted to. So I had a great summer.
Were there certain things that they asked you to key on in your training this summer?
Not really. They asked me what I thought, and that's what I thought. Like my leg, I worked on my leg strength, my core a little bit extra, and that's what they thought was what I needed the most too. So we came up with a good plan for the summer.
What about your shot? Your shot, everyone says that your shot needed work. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I work on my shot a lot. Yeah. So I'm never not working on my shot. I think that's probably the best weapon I have. And I want to get even better at it. Like
when you were a young kid, did you do certain things to develop this crap? Because I mean, you shoot the puck as well as the best of the best. And is there something that you did when you were younger? When did you really start feeling comfortable with that part?
I think I started pretty early, just working on my wrist shot. My dad always told my brother and me that we're not gonna have time as winger to shoot big clappers all the time. So he was like, just work on your wrist shot, and I think that really helped us. And I really felt like when I became a little bit older and got a little bit stronger, it really. I mean, I think I had a good technique from when I was young, but when I got stronger, it really showed the kind of power of that shot too. So I worked a lot on it.
You've been pro for a while, but second year pro here in North America. Was there any chance, hesitation, whatever, that you weren't going to be taking part in this tournament based on the fact that you really established yourself last year? I think some might have thought, okay, well, he's just going to come to main camp and try to carve it out from there.
I don't know. They told me this summer that they wanted me to play in this tournament, and it's. I mean, I kind of see it as an advantage too over the other guys in camp. We get to play a few games here to really get into the pace and the timing of the game, which is sometimes it's a little bit off when you get back after the summer. So I'm just looking at it as a chance to be even more prepared for main camp.
What was your reaction when you saw that you had to play with Asplund again?
Oh no, it's tough for sure. No, he's a great guy. We really like playing with each other, and we know where we have each other on the ice. So it's really good.
Can you give us some insight into first impressions of and what your expectations may be for a young man named Dylan Cousins?
I didn't get to see him that much this development camp, so I saw him a little bit, but he seems. I live with him now. He's a super nice kid. He's really fast. He's great hands, a great shot. I think he can do really good things out there for us.
And your expectations, you know, you're coming into your second year. You're 24 years old. You proved yourself in the minors. You had a great year with Rochester last year. And even when you got called up, people wanted to see you get called up. And you had that opportunity at the end of the season, and you really looked good. What are your thoughts and what's your expectations this year?
I just think that those games last year helped me a lot, just to kind of see and get the feel of what NHL hockey is all about. So I feel a lot more comfortable and confident coming into this training camp for sure. And I'm not thinking too much about it. I'm just going to play my game, and hopefully it will be enough to make the Sabres roster.
But does it feel different
this year
than last year?
Yeah, it does. Just like I said, like I know how everything works here now, and just everything. It's not just on the ice, just everything off the ice. I know most of the guys in this organization now, and it makes me feel a lot more comfortable for sure.
The easiest thing is the on-ice stuff. You never have to ask a player. I don't care if you're 18 or 25 or whatever. The on-ice stuff is just normal. It's the off-ice stuff, getting to know the trainers, and just the littlest things, I think, are the things that make you, especially in your second, your third, you start to really feel comfortable, and then you start to kind of focus on what you're doing. But I've been asked this a million times. I have my blackboard. I like to play GM. I'm not a GM, but I like to play GM, and I have my lineups and this and that. And I've had you in different positions, and people have told me I don't think he plays the right side. And I think, have you ever played right wing before? Even though you're the left-handed shot, have you typically always played on left wing, or have you played right wing before?
I played a lot of right wing in juniors.
There we go. See,
I actually played a lot, and my first couple of years playing pro back in Sweden, I played right wing. So I really like that.
Is there one that you like more?
The thing I like on the right side is that I have my stick inside the ice, so I can come to a little bit better shooting areas, I think. And I can get that one-timer off more on the rush, like off the rush in 5-on-5. So I feel like sometimes it's harder maybe in your own end on the right side. You get to work a little bit more on your backhand, receiving passes on your backhand, but I'm feeling comfortable on both sides for sure.
So has it been discussed organizationally?
Not really. Maybe, not to me though, but I mean, like I said, I feel comfortable on both sides, so it doesn't really matter for me.
I think as the game, and even within any shift, I mean, you can still find your way into that position. And if I recall correctly, I mean, I know you did hit a few posts as well when you were up with the Sabres at the end of last year, but did your goals not come from more of a right shot position?
Yeah, they did for
Yeah.
sure. I think I got both of my goals on the power play.
Yeah.
So on the power play, I'm usually playing on the right side.
Yeah.
We know you're a shooter, but the play that you made on the right-hand side.
to Jack?
The spin move to Jack. Jack got it. He was like, what the heck is going on here? That all came from the right-hand side, too. That's the only reason why I keep on bringing up right-hand side. It seems like you shoot that puck so well, off the rush, and you have the ability to open up for the one-timer.
Yep.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Bots?
But
Bots? You listening?
You have a direct line to him, Ribs.
Yeah.
I know he hears everything you say. Okay, let's keep it light. What was the best thing you did this summer?
Ooh, I went to Spain with my family. So that was nice.
A week, 2 weeks?
Just
Whereabouts
not
in
even a
Spain?
week. I think
Not
it was
even?
like 5 days.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I got to spend time with my parents and my brother and his family. So that's not very often that happens anymore. So that
Whereabouts
was really
in
nice.
Spain?
In Palma.
Okay.
Yeah.
And beyond that, golf?
A
How's
lot
your
of
game?
golf. I
How's your
played
game?
a lot of golf. It's getting better.
Golf in,
Yeah.
in Sweden?
Oh yeah, we got golf courses.
All right.
Hey, it's.
I'm kidding.
I know.
I'm kidding.
I'm just thinking about all the NHLers that are probably close to where you live, and the number of days that the course is littered with hockey players, right?
Yeah, there's usually a lot of hockey players on the course. I think we got a lot of time to play in the summer when we're working out in the morning. And then
Yeah. So what was your schedule? Typical, like routine is what? Workout at what time?
work out at like maybe around 9, a couple hours, and then probably just went out to the golf course, played around, and then
So
just,
what? 1 o'clock tee off or?
Yeah, somewhere around that time. Yeah, just hanging out with my friends and family.
Okay.
So,
What was the best score you posted?
I shot 76.
Nice.
One
Attaboy.
time, so I'm getting better. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Well, we'll certainly keep pressing you on that. But more importantly, we will focus on the numbers that you try to carve out with the Sabres this year. What if there's one thing, and I know you touched on having maybe a little bit of an advantage now on the guys next week because you get to put in these games, but one thing that you want to take away from this weekend at the Prospects Challenge?
I don't know. Like I said, I just wanna get to that, like really get into the pace of the game, find my timing and everything. I think that's the most important thing, and just to work really hard and just get back in it as fast as I can. And like I said, just to be even more prepared for next week.
Why are you so coachable? That's the one thing that Chris Taylor always says about you.
I don't know. I think I always try to listen to the coach. And usually when I'm out there, I'm not thinking that much. I'm just trying to play my game. But I feel like I had a great relationship with Tails last season. And if he says something, that usually means it's a good thing. So I try to listen as much as I can, and I think it worked out pretty well.
Good for you. It's a great trait to have, and it'll endear you moving forward in your NHL career. Thank you, as always, for the time. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.
Thanks.
Victor Olofsson with us. Prospects Challenge begins tonight. Sabres and Devils, 7 p.m. Streaming live on Sabres.com. And, of course, here, tickets available at Harbor Center to check out the action. Back in a moment on the Instigators. Stay with us.